What is up, guys? It is your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Stab League Week 2 Team Builder going against the Boston Celebes. You guys can hit that like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you be brilliant with the king of the crew. And looking at this matchup, it is going to be a bit of a tough one on paper for us, guys. It's definitely one that can be winnable, but it's just going to be a bit of a struggle of a matchup regardless, nonetheless. So let's go ahead and break down this matchup. His team has got a G-Max Corviknight, which is not the best G-Max because it does not get a boost with Airstream. It actually only acts as like a defog usually, but I still think you'll have to put defog on there as it has very, very, very limited ways of ruining hazards on my side of the field. I definitely think it's going to be one of his wasted moves that he's going to have to be bringing versus us. He's got a Haxorus, a Gengar, normal Gengar. He's got a Lucario. He's got a Gastrodon. He has got a Darmanitan. As you can see, though, Galarian Darmanitan. But we banned Gorilla Tactics, so it's a Zen mode Darmanitan. That's something we have to be really look out for. He's also got a Rotom Heat, Yodom Yeet, Hatterene, Umbreon, Eldegoss, and Runerigus. The biggest threat versus us is honest. Oh, excuse me. The biggest threat versus us is honestly that Lucario. But the biggest threat to I think his entire team, I think, is our Gengar. Because Gengar just goes to ham once we get set up and going with it. That's a really guard. But we've got a bit of a core strategy, and we got a few bit of ways to try to beat this team 1v1 in the sense that it can just beat his team in that type of manner. So let's go ahead and break down the teams that we are bringing for this week. Again, as you can see, these are the top 6 I am predicting him to bring. I can definitely see a possibility of having Rotom Heat in that situation. There's a possibility of potentially Hatterene. I don't think Umbreon comes, if I'm being completely honest with you, when I've got a Fighting type, I've got a Steel type with Body Press, I've got a Gengar that can get access to Focus Blast, and Dazzling Gleam. I really can't. Excuse me, guys. I actually had a nap earlier, so I'm a little tired. And there's a lot of things I just don't know about how he matches up versus, because you can't beat Hydreigon 1v1, and I just don't think it comes. In my opinion, it has a bit of a bad matchup. So let's break down the team we have for you guys this week. We got a few new members coming out this week, and a few returning members. The first returning member is Danny, who unfortunately got critted. I should have G-Maxed when I had the chance, and I probably could have maybe pulled the game back and won, but again, we don't know. But Gengar this week is choice specs with enough speed to outspeed the Haxorus. I did not decide to speed creep for speed tie with Gengar. I decided to have a little more bulk than Gengar, and you're going to see a little strategy I have. We're running 100 HP for the bulk, max special attack, and like I said, speed for outspeed Gengar. We're running choice specs, but if you guys don't know, specs actually gets a boost to these moves once Dynamaxed, well, Gigantamaxed technically, and once I'm reformed, then I can lock into my move. So that means I have to force myself to turn 1 in order to stay locked in, I'm thinking. But with Sludge Wave, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast is there in case the Umbreon does come in, also for the Lucario and for the Galarian Darmanitan. Thunderbolt is specifically there only really for the Corviknight. Sludge Wave is pretty much spammable versus his team, except for Gastro and Lucario. And then Shadow Ball is legit spammable versus his entire team, except his Dark type. But again, his Dark type doesn't win. So basically, the goal is to get Gengar in, set it up hopefully with +1 or +2 with Sludge Waves, and then just go to town after that and just click buttons. Up next, we're bringing Trigun, our Haxorus here. Our Hydreigon with the Life Orb, and we're bringing a very interesting set this week. We're running enough speed to outspeed, I believe, what was the speed creep for? I believe that was for Modest Lucario, because I can definitely see a Modest Lucario set versus us for a bulky offensive set. I decided to go Modest in this matchup for the fact that it's going to prioritize going for the Vacuum Wave since it's going to be fast for me. Because Special Lucario, by the way, nasty pull out Vacuum Wave, Flash Cannon, and potentially a Dark move or its other Stab move in Aura Spear kind of just runs house on our team, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm not going to bother with him wanting to speed creep. So I decided to speed creep just a little bit, primarily for the thing. Rotom is not much of a problem to speed creep for, in my honest opinion, because I didn't think it's not going to come, so I don't really think I need to. And I believe I already am faster than the defensive Rotom. But Sub Roost, Dark Pulse, Flamethrower. Dark Pulse is really spammable versus his entire team, and Flamethrower just checks whatever I don't need to hit with. And basically, if I get a sub up and just keep the sub healthy enough, I can basically just win this game. Roost is for longevity purposes, in that sense of the regard, and I just really think it's going to be a really fantastic Pokemon to really have in this game, and I really think it's going to do wonders in this matchup. We're running max special attack, 64 Spadef, and 108 HP for some bulk. And you're going to see at the end here the strategy we're going to have here. But otherwise, this Pokemon really just goes into town against his team if we get the right matchup situation going for it. Up next, we're bringing Sky, our Arcanine, mixed defensive, but ladies, a little more of a Spadef roll this week. Max HP, 116 defense, 128 Spadef, with the Calm Nature, 12 special attack with the leftovers. Toxic Morning Sun, Dragon Pulse, and Flamethrower. Dragon Pulse is there for the Haxorus, and then Flamethrower is pretty much spammable versus a large majority of his team. This thing does not properly check Gastrodon, but that is why we have the Toxic there. Toxic is there for any switch-in of Gastrodon whatsoever, which I definitely think is his main switch into this Pokemon. If he has Rotom, then it will be Rotom, but Toxic and the Rotom will also be really good. The key is to hopefully try to Toxic, stall down the Gastrodon, or try to get Toxic, and then try to whittle it down throughout several members of the team, in that sense of the regard. But basically, the job here is just play the bulky mon just to get toxic spreads, try to heal up, and then try to basically win down against his team, against the Gastrodon. But once Gastrodon goes down, this Pokemon actually kind of just spams Flamethrower versus his entire team, and is pretty much just going to really want to wall and beat so much of his team down. Up next is the debut of Ellie, and I really like Copperaj's matchup this week. We're running Assault Vest Max Special Defense with the Careful Nature, 120 in HP, 136 in attack. This main job is bulky offensive, but primarily more of a bulkmon. We're running Power Up, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, and Play Rough with the Heavy Metal ability. With Heavy Metal, my Heavy Slam actually is boosted because my weight is now doubled. Play Rough is specifically there for the Haxorus and the Umbreon. Power Up is there for Gastrodon. Earthquake is spammable versus his entire team. And Heavy Slam is also there for the Darmanitan. And Darmanitan is going to have a hard time trying to beat down this Pokemon. For 120 HP, 136 attack, like I said, bulky offensive. Primarily, this thing is to be a Spadef bulk wall. This thing is to hopefully be able to 1v1. I originally put Heat Crash on this set, and I think I will. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put Heat Crash back on this set. The reason why I had Heat Crash is because it's really good to stop Corviknight from doing anything versus my team. And I think in the end, that's what I really want versus my opponent. It's definitely more of a Heat Crash set than a Heavy Slam set. So I had to be very careful on how I play this out. I want to hide the fact I could have Heat Crash, but I also don't. Up next, we got my boy George, the Phalanx here. We're running a very awesome set. We're running Jolly Nature this week with enough speed to outspeed the Gengar by 1 point. So we'll know if anything Scarf after we have no retreat. I'm running Sub again, as I did last time, or if you may have saw last time. But I think having Iron Head is really good because it really just checks the Hatterene, but it also lets me 1 to 2-shot Gengar before he comes in. So the goal is to substitute, then get my no retreat, because then I can live any one hit from Gengar, Iron Headed, live another hit from it, but just barely, and then Iron Head anything that comes in, and then just comes around close combating. Gastrodon is the main problem, because I know that Gastrodon, if it comes, is going to have Clear Smog. We're 140 in HP for bulk, leftovers just to be given some longevity in that sense of regard, and that is why we need that bulk for the plus beam because of the Spadef and everything like that. But basically, once we get rid of Gengar, close combat is super spammable versus his entire team, and we pretty much 1 to 2-shot every single thing on his team with that. And last but not least, we are bringing Vanilla with the Light Clay. We're bringing Aurora Veil this week instead of Sticky Webs. I think he's going to prep primarily for Sticky Webs over Aurora Veil, but I think he's going to be not surprised either way. 188 in HP, max special attack, modest nature, enough speed to outspeed defensive Rotom for in defense. Basically, this set is basically to kind of play tactic. Mirror Coat is really clutch in case we go against the Lucario, but yeah. Like, I make sure to change that to Hail, but that's going to be the team, guys. Leave a like if you haven't already. Subscribe. Tune in to the battle whenever it happens, and I'll see you guys next.